Right. What's up? Getting. Okay. Let's see. Put there. Okay. So a little background here, just because this loading screen is helping to dictate it. This game takes place after the events of the second game, where a war between mages and Templars started. Mages are pretty self-explanatory, scholars of magic, blah blah blah. The Templars are actually a governing force for the mages. They're meant to keep magic in line, prevent it from going out of control and fight demons that can possess mages. Anyway, a war broke out between the two, and they're heading to that building to discuss a treaty and an end to the conflict. So, before I hit new game, do you understand? The game can explain Templars and mages a bit better than I can, once we're deeper into it. Okay. Now we craft our character. One of 4 races. Do you want to be Canary? Elf? Or human? Because dwarf kind of restricts us to what we can do. They're not entirely needed, because the game pretty much explains it. So, should we go human? Humans are the most numerous and powerful race in Thetis. They are also the most divided politically and seem to thirst for conflict. Human characters receive a bonus ability point at the start of the game. Elves are a historically oppressed people, distinguishable by their lithe frames and pointed ears. Though most survive in the poorest fringes of human cities, others live as nomads known as the Dalish. Elves receive a bonus of 25% to range damage. Dwarves are short, stocky, and most spend their entire lives underground. Those exiled to the surface are often merchants or smugglers. Because dwarves have no connection to the Fade, they cannot be mages, but receive a 25% bonus to magic defense. Nari are a race of horned giants who follow strict religious texts known as the Qun. Those who have abandoned its principles are known as the Tal Vashoth, and often work as mercenaries. Qunari characters get a bonus of 10% physical damage resistance. I can say this, I don't want to be a dwarf. It limits the amount of romances you can actually have. Well, I'm gonna pick human to start, then. Okay, this one should be an easier pick. Mage, warrior, or rogue? Now, these four are technically two classes, technically. These two are warrior classes. One uses a two-handed weapon. These... Stealth archer? Got it. Rogue archer. And normal? As the youngest child of the Trevelyan noble house, you grew up in the free marcher city of Ostwick and have enjoyed a life of privilege. With close family ties to the Chantry and many relatives among the priesthood and the Templars, you were always expected to follow a similar path in the service of the Maker. Regardless of how you feel about the matter personally, willing or unwilling, you were sent to the Chantry's conclave to assist relatives who sought to make peace between the Templars and mages. It didn't go well. Is this true? Yes. Custom keep. And now we start. Landmarks. Great rifts are caused by weaknesses in the veil. Disrupting the rift. Oof. Now we customize. I have to laugh at this because it looks ridiculous. I like this guy's skin tone, overall facial structure. Start with hair, if that's possible. That's not what I want in game. Actually, kind of like this one the best. Let's go with this kind of darkish red. Beard. Kind of like how they go with either full beards, goatees, or some type of variants, because that's a really nice touch. But no, I'm not going to look like Santa. I actually like this one. I'm not going to play with icon. Play too much with general. Let's go with...
How much is this going to cost me exactly?
Okay, this is an easy choice. Choose the voice.
Everything you've heard, completely true.
As long as the job gets done, I don't care about the rest.
Everything you've heard, completely true.
Hey, that's kind of nice. They got 2 voice actors as an option in this game for each gender.
I just hope I can help.
This one?
How much is this going to cost me exactly?
Okay. Scars. I like this scar pattern. That's no intensity at all. This is, ugh, you have craters in your face. A little faint, it's fine. Change the positioning of these scars. Which is cool. Kinda want to get that scar centered there. Tattoos. Just zoom out a bit, see if I can find the tat. Okay, there we are. Ick. Don't really care if I have these tattoos. But if I had to pick one, it would be this one. Just because it's not too much on the face. I could add makeup if I wanted, but I'm a dude. I don't wear makeup. Or not, I think he's good. I like the basic structure. Hair is decent. I'd say we're ready. What about you?
As long as the job gets done, I don't care about the rest.
Okay. Oh no, I want to change the name. Guess our name is Maxwell. Spiders. Giant spiders. Glowing lady. Wearing chains.
Tell me why we shouldn't kill you now. The Conclave is destroyed. Everyone who attended is dead. Except for you.
Ooh. Yeah, that's horrible. You think I did it?
You think I'm responsible?
Explain this.
Magic?
I can't.
What do you mean you can't?
I don't know what that is, or how it got there.
You're lying!
We need him, Cassandra.
Ooh, dialogue options. Let me go. I'm confused. What now? Or tearjerker. I don't want to sound all pissy. But we are genuinely confused, so let's go with that.
I don't understand.
Do you remember what happened? How this began?
I remember running. Things were chasing me, and then... a woman.
A woman?
She reached out to me. But then...
Go to the Ford Camp, Liliana. I will take him to the rift.
What did happen?
It will be easier to show you. We call it the Breach. It's a massive rift into the world of demons that grows larger with each passing hour. It's not the only such rift, just the largest. All were caused by the explosion at the Conclave.
An explosion can do that?
This one did. Unless we act, the Breach may grow until it swallows the world.
Yep.
Each time the Breach expands, your mark spreads, and it is killing you. It may be the key to stopping this, but there isn't much time.
You say it may be the key. To doing what?
Closing the Breach. Whether that's possible is something we shall discover shortly. It is our only chance, however. And yours.
You still think I did this?
Not
Not
really.
intentionally. Something clearly went wrong.
There are
And if
clear
I'm not
cutoff events in
responsible-
this game.
Someone is, and you are our only suspect. You wish to prove your innocence? This is the only way.
Well, anyway, like I said, there's no clear timing on certain things in this game, but there are cutoff events. Okay.
I understand.
Then,
I'll do what I can. Whatever it takes.
they have decided your guilt. They need it. The people of Haven mourn our most holy, divine Justinia, head of the Chantry. The Conclave was hers. It was a chance for peace between mages and Templars. She brought their leaders together. Now they are dead. We lash out like the sky, but we must think beyond ourselves, as she did. Until the breach is sealed. There will be a trial. I can promise no more. Come. It is not far.
Where are you taking me?
Your mark must be tested on something smaller than the breach.
So, to clear up something,
My creator judge me wrong. Find me well within touch me.
the Divine is
Open
basically the
gate.
Pope.
We are heading into the valley.
Something's up. Basically, the Pope was here to broker a treaty, and, the Pope is now dead. Do this stupid tutorial. Oh, great, the Pope. Technically, in this world, their Pope is a woman. This is medieval times, so religion carries a lot of weight.
The pulses are coming faster now. The larger the breach grows, the more rifts appear, the more demons we face.
How did I survive the blast?
They said you stepped out of a rift, then fell unconscious. They say a woman was in the rift behind you. No one knows who she was. Everything farther in the valley was laid waste, including the Temple of Sacred Ashes. I suppose you'll see soon enough.
Demon.
Stay behind me!
Screw it, I'm defending myself. There we go.
It's over.
Drop your weapon. Now!
You need to trust me.
If you're going to lead me through a demon-infested valley, you'll have to trust me.
Give me one reason to trust you.
Because my life is on the line.
You're right. I cannot protect you. And I cannot expect you to be defenseless.
Yeah.
I should remember you agreed to come willingly.
Yeah, you should.
Take these potions. Make a note what you will face.
Where are all your soldiers?
At the forward camp, or fighting. We are on our own for now.
Okay. Bottom line, on our own. Got it. Got it.
There! Watch out! If we flank them, we may gain the advantage.
Here we go. Ooh, loot. More stuff. Gathering resources, I don't want to see that tutorial because it's pretty self-explanatory.
Up on the hill. It attacks from a distance.
Okay. Cash is always nice.
They're falling from the breach!
Kill this. Iron.
Falling back!
Deal with the ranged targets while she deals with close range ones. Okay. More iron. Climb this hill.
We're getting close
Okay.
to the rift. You can hear fighting.
Who's fighting?
You'll see soon. We must help them.
Help whoever's here.
One down.
Quickly! Before more come through! What did you do?
I did nothing. The credit is yours.
Huh.
At least this is good for something.
Whatever magic opened the breach in the sky also placed that mark upon your hand. I theorized the mark might be able to close the rifts that have opened in the breach's wake. And it seems I was correct.
Meaning it could also close the breach itself.
Possibly. It seems you hold the key to our salvation.
Good to know. Here I thought we'd be ass deep in demons forever. Varric Tethras, rogue, storyteller, and occasionally unwelcome tag-along.
Best character in the game.
Are you with the Chantry, or...?
Was that a serious question?
Technically, I'm a prisoner, just like you.
I brought you here to tell your story to the Divine. Clearly, that is no longer necessary.
Yet, here I am. Lucky for you, considering current events.
Nice crossbow.
That's a nice crossbow you have there.
Ah, isn't she? Bianca and I have been through a lot together.
You named your crossbow Bianca?
Of course. And she'll be great company in the valley.
Absolutely not. Your help is appreciated, Varric, but...
Have you been in the valley lately, Seeker? Your soldiers aren't in control anymore. You need me.
Ugh.
My name is Solus, if there are to be introductions. I am pleased to see you still live.
He means I kept that mark from killing you while you slept.
Huh.
You seem to know a great deal about it all.
Solus is an apostate, well-versed in such matters.
Technically, all mages are now apostates, Cassandra. My travels have allowed me to learn much of the Fade, far beyond the experience of any circle mage. I came to offer whatever help I can give with the breach. If it is not closed, we are all doomed, regardless of origin.
That's a commendable attitude.
Really
Merely
is.
a sensible one. Although sense appears to be in short supply right now. Cassandra, you should know, the magic involved here is unlike any I have seen. Your prisoner is no mage. Indeed, I find it difficult to imagine any mage having such power.
Understood. We must get to the forward camp quickly.
Well... Bianca's excited.
This way, down the bank. The road ahead is blocked.
And
We
need
must
some
move
bodies,
quickly.
yeah. Inventory. Not much more powerful, but I'll take the damage. Increase provided. Ooh. Bodies.
Demons ahead.
Glad you brought me now, Seeker?
Time to fight some demons. Orange through the cycle through targets. Cassandra. Engage that. Let's go here. And that's it. Oh, I forgot to switch between characters. Yeah, you can either go for a more tactical approach or you can go with a more hands-on approach. Personally, I like the hands-on approach. Gives me more control. I also love how the fire doesn't actually hurt you. It's more of a traditional MOBA, I guess. Is the best way to put it. Step to take.
So, I take it you're from the Free Marches. Oh, accent. I'm from Kirkwall, but you're from, further east, maybe?
That's quite the ear you have.
I'm all kinds of impressive.
Huh.
That's funny. My accent is filled with despair.
But we must keep moving.
Huh. There's a house here. This house. There's loot. No, it's not technically stealing.
So, are you innocent?
I don't remember what happened.
That'll get you every time. Should have spun a story.
That's what you would have done.
It's more believable and less prone to result in premature execution.
Kind of agreeing with him there. Make up a story. It's more believable and less prone to being executed. Secure the ranged targets.
One down.
I'm really weak to close range damage.
I hope Liliana made it through all this.
She's resourceful, Seeker.
We will see for ourselves at the forward camp. We're almost there.
Keep going.
Another rift!
We must seal it! Quickly! They keep coming! Help us! Hurry!
Shield. If your character is leveled up, this increases your health stats and automatically rewards you 1 ability point for use. Character record. Abilities. Got it. I have 2 ability points to use. Leaping shot. I think I kind of want that, but let's see what else we have. Evasion, activity. Let's get an evadability, because that's going to help out a lot. Zero, zero, zero. Everyone else is 0.
Rift is gone. Open the gate.
Right away, Lady Cassandra.
We are clear for the moment. Well done.
Whatever that thing on your hand is, it's useful.
You're telling me.
Here they come.
You made it. Chancellor Roderick, this is...
I know who he is. As Grand Chancellor of the Chantry, I hereby order you to take this criminal to Val Royeaux to face execution.
Order me? You are a glorified clerk, a bureaucrat.
And you are a thug, but a thug who supposedly serves the Chantry.
We serve the most holy, Chancellor. As you well know.
Justinia is dead! We must elect a replacement and obey her orders on the matter.
So, no one's in charge here.
So none of you are actually in charge here.
You killed everyone who was in charge!
I didn't do anything.
Call a retreat, Seeker. Our position here is hopeless.
We can stop this before it's too late.
How? You won't survive long enough to reach the temple, even with all your soldiers.
We must get to the temple. It's the quickest route.
But not the safest. Our forces can charge as a distraction while we go through the mountains.
We lost contact with an entire squad on that path. It's too risky.
Listen to me. Abandon this now, before more lives are lost.
We stop now, everyone's life is lost.
How do you think we should proceed?
You're asking my opinion?
Now you're asking me what I think.
You have the mark.
And you are the one we must keep alive. Since we cannot agree on our own...
First big choice. Take the mountains, or charge with the soldiers. Which do we take? We either risk losing more troops if we go through the mountains, or charge with them and give them more firepower. On the other hand, we risk losing a squad that is possibly under attack in the mountains. Okay, charge with the soldiers. Yeah, it's a scouting party, that's it. Where in this case, there will be casualties.
I say we charge. I won't survive long enough for your trial. Whatever happens, happens now.
Liliana, bring everyone left in the valley. Everyone.
On your head be the consequences, Seeker.
Like, I love how Souls just has a mug hanging from him. A little bit. I'm not even gonna deny that. Just gonna give Cassandra a weapon. So we're going in through the front door.
If we have to get past!
Quickly then!
Oh god. Demons. Time to seal the rift.
Sealed, as before. You are becoming quite proficient at this.
Let's hope it works on the big one.
Lady Cassandra, you managed to close the rift. Well done.
Do not congratulate me, Commander. This is the prisoner's doing.
Is it? I hope they're right about you. We've lost a lot of people getting you here.
I'll do what I can.
I can't promise anything, but I'll try my best.
That's all we can ask. The way to the temple should be clear. Liliana will try to meet you there.
Then we'd best move quickly. Give us time, Commander.
Make her watch over you, for all our sakes.
That should give your soldiers some time to recover, regroup. Okay. Burning corpse. Not a good sign.
The Temple of Sacred Ashes.
What's left of it?
That is where you walked out of the Fade, and our soldiers found you. They say a woman was in the rift behind you. No one knows who she was.
So we'll walk around for a bit, check things. Okay. It's disturbing. Scary.
Breach is a long way up.
You're here. Thank the Maker.
Liliana, have your men take up positions around the temple. This is your chance to end this. Are you ready?
If I can even get up there.
I'm not sure how to even start getting up to that thing.
No. This rift was the first, and it is the key. Seal it, and perhaps we seal the breach.
Then let's find a way down. And be careful.
Got it.
Now is the hour of our victory. Bring forth the sacrifice.
What are we hearing?
Okay.
Yes, the person who created the breach.
Creepy.
You know this stuff is red lyrium, Seeker.
I see it, Varric.
But what's it doing here?
Magic could have drawn on lyrium beneath the temple, corrupted it.
It's evil. Whatever you do, don't touch it.
Keep the sacrifice still.
Someone help me! That is Divine Justinia's voice.
Here we go.
Someone help me!
What's going on here?
That was your voice. Most Holy called out to you, but...
What's going on here?
Run when you can! Want them!
We have an intruder. Kill him now.
Oof.
You were there! Who attacked? And the Divine, is she... Was this vision true? What are we seeing?
I don't remember.
Love how the shield
Shows
blocks
what
it.
happened here. The Fade bleeds into this place. This rift is not sealed, but it is closed, albeit temporarily. I believe that with the mark, the rift can be opened, and then sealed properly and safely. However, opening the rift will likely attract attention from the other side.
That means demons! Stand ready!
Oh yay, demons. Hope you've all got a silver blade. Or silver-tipped arrows. Big guy. Very big guy.
Now! We must strip its defenses. Wear it down.
Okay, there we are.
Demon is vulnerable. Now!
Everyone just keep shooting it. on, Rift.
More coming through the rift.
For the smaller ones. Anyone else? Disable his immunity. I will say, this game heavily relies on its story. This piece of gameplay is pretty standard. Come on, Rift, close. Bug bite attacks. On Rift, work.
Now, seal the rift.
That's it. It's on the Rift.
Do it.
Oof. I will say, yeah, the walking animations from this game can be a little stiff, but okay. It's interesting. Ooh, fancy clothes.
Oh. I didn't know you were awake. I swear.
It's alright.
Don't worry about it.
I beg your forgiveness and your blessing. I am but a humble servant. You're back in Haven, my lord. They say you saved us. The breach stopped growing, just like the mark on your hand.
Huh. Okay.
It's all anyone has talked about for the last 3 days.
They're pleased?
So you're saying they're happy with me?
I'm only saying what I heard. I didn't mean anything by it. I'm certain Lady Cassandra would want to know you've wakened. She said, at once.
And where is she?
In the Chantry, with the Lord Chancellor. At once, she said.
glowing doesn't necessarily mean bad. It could just mean glowing. Listen carefully to the background. Okay.
That's him. That's the Herald of Andraste. They said when he came out of the Fade, Andraste herself was watching over him.
Hush. We shouldn't disturb him.
Okay.
That's him. He stopped the breach from getting any bigger. I heard...
Heard what?
Chancellor Roderick says that the Chantry wants nothing to do with us.
That isn't Chancellor Roderick's decision, sister.
Okay. We're reaching an epic part of the game now.
Have you gone completely mad? He should be taken to Val Royo immediately, to be tried by whomever becomes divine.
I do not believe he is guilty.
The prisoner failed, Seeker. The breach is still in the sky. For all you know, he intended it this way.
I do not believe that.
That is not for you to decide.
I love how
Your duty is to serve the Chantry.
My duty is to serve the principles on which the Chantry was founded, Chancellor, as is yours.
Okay. I love how people talk about me when I'm not in the room.
Chain him! I want him prepared for travel to the capital for trial.
Disregard that and leave us.
Like that.
You walk a dangerous line, Seeker.
The breach is stable, but it is still a threat. I will not ignore it.
I did everything I could to close the breach. It almost killed me.
Yet you live. A convenient result insofar as you're concerned.
Have a care, Chancellor. The breach is not the only threat we face.
Someone was behind the explosion at the Conclave. Someone most holy did not expect. Perhaps they died with the others, or have allies who yet live.
I am a suspect?
You, and many others.
But not the prisoner.
I heard the voices in the temple. The Divine called to him for help.
So his survival, that thing on his hand, all a coincidence.
Providence. The Maker sent him to us in our darkest hour.
Are you serious? You believe let's be the Maker. It's like, I'm not a chosen one. I am not a chosen one! What more do you want? Can't be bothered. Are you serious? Naomi responds. Roll with it. Okay, blessed be the Maker.
Though all before me is shadow, it shall the Maker be my guide.
We lost everything then. Out of nowhere, you came.
The breach remains, and your mark is still our only hope of closing it.
This is not for you to decide.
You know what this is, Chancellor. A writ from the Divine, granting us the authority to act. As of this moment, I declare the Inquisition reborn. We will close the breach, we will find those responsible, and we will restore order, with or without your approval.
This is the Divine's directive. rebuild the Inquisition of old. Find those who will stand against the chaos. We aren't ready. We have no leader, no numbers. And now, no Chantry support.
But we have no choice. We must act now, with you at our side.
Inquisition of old?
What is the Inquisition of old, exactly?
It preceded the Chantry. People who banded together to restore order in a world gone mad.
After, they laid down their banner and formed the Templar Order, but the Templars have lost their way. We need those who can do what must be done, united under a single banner once more.
That's kind of one of the things that's going to be settled here. The Conclave, which was the peace summit, was here to reconcile everything, but the war is continuing now on both sides. To clear up something, how the war began was the mages in a particular city were being grossly mistreated by the Templars, who were their protectors and guardians. This was not the norm, but it was growing. There was growing disparity between mages and Templars. The event in Kirkwall, that city, triggered the civil war between mages and Templars. That's how I'll put it.
But aren't you still part of the Chantry?
Is that what you see?
The Chantry will take time to find a new divine, and then it will wait for her direction.
But we cannot wait. So many Grand Clerics died at the Conclave. No, we are on our own. Perhaps forever.
I should just explain one more thing about the Templars. The Templars were risen to curb magic's influence. They fight demons. They punish blood magic, use of blood magic, that kind of thing. They're kind of, I want to say, the police force of magic.
You're trying to start a holy war.
We are already at war. You are already involved. Its mark is upon you. As to whether the war is holy, that depends on what we discover.
What if I refuse?
You can go if you wish.
You should know that while some believe you chosen, many still think you guilty. The Inquisition can only protect you if you are with us.
We can also help you.
It will not be easy if you stay. But you cannot pretend this has not changed you.
Fine, I'll help.
If you're truly trying to restore order...
That is the plan.
Help us fix this before it's too late.
Yum. Epic intro beginning now. I didn't pick a noble, it was just the default human archetype. Templars, mages, Inquisition notice. Yes, but here's the thing. Templars are immune to magic. I have to point out, Templars are immune to magic because their initial job is to curb it, nullify it. So technically, a mage versus a Templar, the mage is actually weaker, because the Templar has martial arts to fall back on. Oh, there's a penalty for it. There's a penalty to being a Templar. You are basically addicted to something called lyrium. Which gives you your abilities and strength. Good old drugs.
The chosen of Andraste, a blessed hero sent to save us all.
Sounds dashing.
Am I riding in on a shining steed?
I would have suggested a griffon, but sadly they're extinct. Joke as you will, posturing is necessary. I've journeyed deep into the Fade in ancient ruins and battlefields to see the dreams of lost civilizations. I've watched as hosts of spirits clash to reenact the bloody past in ancient wars, both famous and forgotten. Every great war has its heroes. I'm just curious what kind you'll be.
Ancient ruins?
What do you mean ruins in battlefields?
Any building strong enough to withstand the rigors of time has a history. Every battlefield is steeped in death. Both attract spirits. They press against the veil, weakening the barrier between our worlds. When I dream in such places, I go deep into the Fade. I can find memories no other living being has ever seen.
You fall asleep in the middle of ancient ruins. Isn't that dangerous?
I do set wards. And if you leave food out for the giant spiders, they are usually content to live and let live.
You already don't like him. If you leave food out for the giant spiders, they're content to leave you alone. That's impressive.
I've never heard of anyone going so far into the Fade. That's extraordinary.
Thank you. It's not a common field of study for obvious reasons. Not so flashy as throwing fire or lightning. The thrill of finding remnants of a 1,000-year-old dream? I would not trade it for anything. I will stay there. At least until the breach has been closed.
Was that in doubt?
I am an apostate surrounded by Chantry forces in the middle of a mage rebellion. Cassandra has been accommodating, but you understand my caution.
We have bigger problems.
The giant hole in the sky trumps any other concerns. We can worry about the rest later.
Yes. Who can say what this world will look like when we are done fighting for it? But now let us hope either the mages or the Templars have the power to seal the breach.
Though you had granted them power over the very Fade itself, though they sang hymns of praise unending, though they could do anything,
Is Varric?
So, now that Cassandra's out of earshot, are you holding up all right? I mean, you go from being the most wanted criminal in Thedas to joining the armies of the faithful. Most people would have spread that out over more than one day.
I can barely keep up. This is all bullshit. Too many people died, I'm fine. This is all kind of bullshit.
None of this shit should have happened.
You don't know the half of it. For days now, we've been staring at the breach, watching demons and maker knows what fall out of it. Bad for morale would be an understatement. I still can't believe anyone was in there and lived.
Why did you stay?
If it was that bad, why did you stay? Cassandra said you were free to go.
I like to think I'm as selfish and irresponsible as the next guy, but this... Thousands of people died on that mountain. I was almost one of them. And now there's a hole in the sky. Even I can't walk away and just leave that to sort itself out.
I was
It's
fortunate.
pure luck that I escaped.
Good luck or bad? You might want to consider running at the first opportunity. I've written enough tragedies to recognize where this is going. Heroes are everywhere. I've seen that. But the hole in the sky, that's beyond heroes. We're going to need a miracle.
Yep.
I spoke with Commander Cullen.
Just explore for a bit.
If the Inquisition wants to forge a decent capital, need I heard Seeker Pentagon might try to acquire suitable matters from us then in the hinterlands.
Oh, and who are you to be?
Expected you'd be by. I'm Harriet, and everyone knows who you are. How's the new gear fit?
Quite well.
Sturdy and warm. It's perfect.
Good. World's gone mad. Stock armor and blades are good against
Varric?
madness.
Yeah,
We're
this
not
is dwarf.
My gear will see you through demons, apostates, whatever this world throws at you. So, you need custom work. Something special. You bring the materials to us, we'll make it happen.
Can you help improve my arms and armor?
Yes. You find a new piece, a pauldron or greaves, we'll take care of you. You can't just slap a new hilt on your sword in the field. Bring it here, we'll make sure it's done right and proper.
If I want something, what can you make?
Start simple. Something to keep you safe. Take a look at it on the table there and we can talk. You'll need materials. You should have what you want just outside.
Goodbye.
Okay, this particular setup doesn't look right to me. This looks more like a Japanese forge than a European one. Magic? I don't know if she could craft anything. I'm just gonna explore the area for a bit, see if there's anything around.
Speak only the word. Sing only the song.
See reason,
Then
Miss
the
Hare.
golden
We cannot stay here.
Why not?
Because we're Templars.
What does that even mean?
Oh, good, Templar.
And fight amongst ourselves instead of yes.
As there is but one God, one life,
Let-
one death.
I'd like your take on the Templar Order.
It's a shadow of what it was. Where once we both protected all people from the dangers of magic, we now posture and grab at power. One day, I hope the circles are again sanctuaries where mages can practice their craft.
You're not going to rejoin the Order?
When the temple went up, your forces rescued those few of us still alive. My life is a debt I intend to repay, however I can.
Do you have any idea what caused the explosion?
No, I'm just a recruit. Belief and faith doesn't get you closer to the important meetings. Though that distance did save my life.
I will talk to you later.
Walk in the Maker's grace.
That's an option. Did I just... Okay, it's a nug, not a bunny. Collecting resources is a big thing in this game.
I should look around.
I want to say it's like a bunny, but it's not. But I could be wrong. It's a small animal. You hunt to get pelts and everything. To be honest, they don't really look like bunnies to me to really be considered them. All this iron. Collect all the iron possible. Damn it. Nothing. Anyway, I just want to grab those. Well, it's sufficiently cold enough to freeze this lake solid. Anyway, let's continue moving. The hell is a nuke? The hell is a nug? I don't know, but it's ugh.
Are we going to have new verses in the Chant of Light now for the Herald of Andraste, telling what he did?
It's far too soon to consider anything like
Huh. Look who's back from the dead. Again. I don't recall meeting you before. I'd be surprised if you did. You weren't particularly coherent. Someone had to patch you up.
Basically, you're indifferent.
So, you're welcome.
You're just looking for a way to end the conflict. Nothing much.
I didn't realize. Thank you.
Yeah, well, you can pay me back by fixing the world. Name's Adan. I'm in charge of keeping our little band here stocked with potions and elixirs. Not that Seeker Pentagast seems to care whether we've got the supplies to actually do that.
I found notes by a Master Tajin. I wondered if you might be interested.
Let me have a look. This should... Oh, I see. With a distillate of... The old codger was on the edge of a breakthrough here, but he couldn't see it. You want some of these mixed up, you just give the word.
We saved everyone from the rift. There's no specific side we actually helped.
Farewell.
We also saved Templars from the rift. We worked with an apostate. An apostate is not an identified mage in this world. A mage is someone who is with the circle of magi, technically.
No, my lord, I don't know where the other nobles are. I suggest you ask Ambassador Montillier. Oh, you're him. Thren, Inquisition Quartermaster. I'm doing what I can to supply this mess. If you find what I need to fill one of my requisitions, I'd appreciate you bringing it in.
What did you mean when you mentioned requisitions?
Okay.
I'm making this Inquisition run with what we have, but we're not a real army. We're stretched thin on materials, so I've put up a requisition list for anything that could help our people. Here, take a look. You find some iron and a good logging site, maybe Harriet can get our troops better weapons.
Farewell.
Make her go with you.
Oh, got everything.
Nice work.
But another thing I have to point out, Solus doesn't identify. I think this was a small town, and they just kind of took it over. When everything went to hell and everyone fled. That load in.
Does it trouble you?
Huh. Not anymore.
It stops spreading, and it doesn't hurt.
We take our victories where we can. What's important is that your mark is now stable, as is the breach. You've given us time, and Solus believes a second attempt might succeed, provided the mark has more power. The same level of power used to open the breach in the first place. That is not easy to come by.
Sounds dangerous.
Couldn't that kind of power just make things worse?
And people call me a pessimist.
I'm not a pessimist. I'm being cautious. Is it different?
You've met Commander Cullen, leader of the Inquisition's forces.
It was only for a moment on the field. I'm pleased you survived.
This is Lady Josephine Montillier, our ambassador and chief diplomat.
I've heard much. It's a pleasure to meet you at last.
And of course, you know Sister Liliana.
My position here involves a degree of...
She is our spy master.
Yes, tactfully put, Cassandra.
Impressive titles.
That's an impressive bunch of titles.
I mentioned that your mark needs more power to close the breach for good.
Which means we must approach the rebel mages for help.
And I still disagree. The Templars could serve just as well.
We need power, Commander. Enough magic poured into that mark.
Might destroy us all. Templars could suppress the breach, weaken it, so...
Pure speculation.
I was a Templar. I know what they're capable of.
Unfortunately, neither group will even speak to us yet. The Chantry has denounced the Inquisition,
And you specifically.
They still think I did it.
They still think I'm guilty.
That is not the entirety of it any longer. Some are calling you the Herald of Andraste, and that frightens the Chantry. The remaining clerics have declared it blasphemy, and we, heretics, for harboring you.
Chancellor Roderick's doing, no doubt.
It limits our options. Approaching the mages or Templars for help is currently out of the question.
Herald of Andraste?
Just how am I the Herald of Andraste?
People saw what you did at the temple, how you stopped the breach from growing. They have also heard about the woman seen in the rift when we first found you. They believe that was Andraste.
Even if we tried to stop that view from spreading...
Which we have not.
The point is, everyone is talking about you.
It's quite the title, isn't it? How do you feel about that?
It's a little unnerving.
It's a little unsettling.
I'm sure the Chantry would agree.
People are desperate for a sign of hope. For some, you're that sign.
And to others, a symbol of everything that's gone wrong.
Will the Chantry attack us?
With what? They have only words at their disposal.
And yet, they may bury us with them.
There is something you can do. A Chantry cleric by the name of Mother Giselle has asked to speak to you. She is not far, and knows those involved far better than I. Her assistance could be invaluable.
I'll
see what she has to say.
You will find Mother Giselle tending to the wounded in the hinterlands near Redcliffe.
Look for other opportunities to expand the Inquisition's influence while you're there.
We need agents to extend our reach beyond this valley, and you're better suited than anyone to recruit them.
In the meantime, let's think of other options. I won't leave this all to the Herald.
War Table. War Table allows you to apply the power of the Inquisition throughout Orlais and Ferelden. Mother Giselle is in the hinterlands, which can be found on Ferelden side of the table. The War Table. Inquisition can unlock new areas, blah blah blah. Scout the hinterlands.
Have you had any trouble with them?
Not at all. I will inform you if that changes.
And this is the war between mages and Templars. Stopped with a blade. Stop with an arrow to the back. Bird! A wella bird, 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 bird is the word. So don't you know about the bird? Everybody's heard that the bird is the word. Okay. We avoid fighting as best we could. It's every bit as bad as we feared. Apostates are mad, attacking anything that moves. And it appears that Templars here aren't following anyone's orders any longer. We've located Mother Giselle and are trying to protect her, but she refuses to leave the refugees until we've ensured their safety. That will be hard to do without troops to push the Apostates and their Templars out of the area. Commander Cole has asked me to make inquiries of a Master Dennett, a retired horse master of Redcliffe. He lives in the area. We tried to contact him, but obtaining better horses for the Inquisition, but we've been unable to get through the fighting. Scout Lead Harding. Let us venture forth. Yeah, they're not part of the, Yeah, they don't seem to be following anyone's orders, period. Metals can be found.
Herald of Andraste. I've heard the stories. Everyone has. We know what you did at the breach. It's an honor to meet you, my lord. Inquisition Scout Harding, at your service. Well, all of us here, will do whatever we can to help.
Harding, huh? Ever been to Kirkwall's Hightown?
I can't say I have. Why?
You'd be Harding and... No, never mind.
Ugh.
To get that joke, Varric wrote a book called Harding in Hightown, so...
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
We should get to business. The situation's pretty dire. We came to secure horses from Redcliffe's old horsemaster. I grew up here, and people always said that Dennett's herds were the strongest and the fastest this side of the Frostbacks. But with the Mage Templar fighting getting worse, we couldn't get to Dennett. Maker only knows if he's even still alive. Mother Giselle's at the crossroads helping refugees and the wounded. Our latest reports say that the war's spread there too. Corporal Vale and our men are doing what they can to help protect the people, but they won't be able to hold out very long. You best get going. No time to lose.
Ooh. Exclamation point.
Dispatch for you.
What is it?
This could help us.
Nope, nothing. Oh wait. Harding in Hightown. It's a book Varric wrote, technically.
Interesting reading. Could be worth a look.
Mother Giselle cannot be far.
Iron? Well...
Inquisition forces. They're trying to protect the refugees.
Looks like they could use a hand.
Hold. We are not apostates.
I do not think they care, Seeker.
Yep. Everyone's around over here, so...
We are not Templars. We mean you no harm.
Doesn't look like they're listening.
They're clearly not listening. Keep shooting.
Be ready. More coming our way.
So where the hell did you come from, Archer?
We are victorious once more.
Hard-ons and high top, what? Still reading that. The Inquisition is watching.
There are mages here who can heal your wounds. Lie still.
Don't touch me, Mother. Their magic is...
Turn to noble purpose. Their magic is surely no more evil than your blade.
What?
Hush, dear boy. Allow them to ease your suffering.
Mother Giselle?
I am. And you must be the one they are calling the Herald of Andraste.
You asked for
I
me.
told you asked for me.
I know of the Chantry's denouncement, and I am familiar with those behind it. I won't lie to you. Some of them are grandstanding, hoping to increase their chances of becoming the new divine. Some are simply terrified. So many good people, senselessly taken from us.
That's not an excuse.
And that's an excuse? They're making things worse.
They don't know that. This is my point. Go to them. Convince the remaining clerics you are no demon to be feared. They have heard only frightful tales of you. Give them something else to believe.
Appeal to them?
You want me to appeal to them?
If I thought you were incapable, I wouldn't suggest it.
Will they even listen?
Let me put it this way. You needn't convince them all. You just need some of them to doubt. Their power is their unified voice. Take that from them and you receive the time you need.
It's good of you to do this.
I honestly don't know if you've been touched by fate or sent to help us, but I hope. Hope is what we need now. The people will listen to your rallying call as they will listen to no other. You could build the Inquisition into a force that will deliver us or destroy us. I will go to Haven and provide Sister Leliana the names of those in the Chantry who will be amenable to a gathering. It is not much, but I will do whatever I can.
That will take time, so let's help these refugees out.
Corporal Vale is coordinating the Inquisition's efforts in the area. We should speak with him. I'm watching you, Varric, just so you know.
Well, that makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. What did I do now?
Nothing. Yet. Just keep it that way.
Varric Tethras, paragon of good behavior, at your service, Seeker.
Someone, anyone, please help my wife.
What's wrong?
What's wrong with your wife?
She gets sick when the weather's foul. Can't catch her breath like cobwebs in her lungs. Our son Hindle makes a potion that lets her breathe. He's the only one who can make it, but he's joined that cult in the hills. Please, get to him and tell him what's wrong. Without that potion, she'll die.
Got it, be careful.
Welcome back.
That's the last of the bread. Going to
Let's text you on Discord. What's the problem?
These people need food?
There are rams out in the hills. Good eating, cooks easy, and no lords around to kill you for poaching. Too dangerous to go hunting now. More likely to find mages than luck.
Huh. True.
Luck. Luck won't put fat on the ribs.
Kind of right. Let me through, people.
If you say so.
See? What did I tell you? Yes.
Yes, sir.
I'll keep an eye out.
Here's training camp.
Hopefully the Inquisition can find some way to help these people.
You're with the Inquisition? Corporal
Yes.
Vale, thanks for your help. The Mages and Templars don't seem to care who gets caught in their war. The refugees here are in dire need of help. If the war doesn't kill them, cold or starvation will.
What other problems do these refugees face?
We've got some injuries that go beyond stitches and elf fruit. I know healers are in short supply, but if you can find someone in Redcliffe to help us, it would save a lot of lives.
Okay.
Is there anything we can do to help people deal with the cold?
I asked the Inquisition to send blankets. You'd think I was asking for a wagon of raw lyrium. A recruit named Whittle is trying to make what we can bring in last. If you have any ideas, talk to him across the road.
Okay. Tell me about the
What
mages.
can you tell me about the rebel mages?
The real rebels are up north in Redcliffe, dug in and taking care of their own. The ones out here are just apostates, locked up in the circles all these years, and now they've gone mad with power. The rebels in Redcliffe have washed their hands of them. I wish we could do the same.
You were concerned about refugees starving?
Yes. Many of them brought food, but they expected to be home by now, or safe in a city. There's a hunter up the hill who has some ideas.
What can you tell me about the Templars?
All the Templars were called to Val Royeaux not long ago. These bastards ignored the order. Now they're killing rebel mages, along with any refugees they think are mage sympathizers. Every Templar I've ever known has wanted to protect the common folk. These men defile their order's good name.
What can you tell me about the man who's supposed to be getting horses for the Inquisition?
Horsemaster Dennis. He lives on a farm to the west. Tough old fella. We haven't heard from him. Best we can tell, he's holed up until the Mages and Templars are done killing each other.
Farewell.
And you as well.
Okay, let's talk about the man about blankets. But before that, let's check the character record, see if I can upgrade anything. Poison arrows. Yes, please. Varric. Radius trip mines. Explosive shots. Sandra. Let's give her a grappling chain. Solus. I'll have Solus specialize in ice, but I'll say this, for mages you kind of want them to specialize in one of these three, and then have this as a general kind of thing. I think I'm gonna give him this and that. Oof. Ow.
Just what I heard.
Here,
More
fruit
cold
whittle.
weather coming. Where are their coats? What do you need to keep these refugees warm?
Blankets, warm clothes, all of it. These poor sods lost everything when the mages and the Templars went crazy. If we were in a village, I could just pinch a blanket off a clothesline and be fine. Out here, I'm sure the apostates have plenty of supplies, just haven't been able to find them.
Farewell.
And see you.
Got it. So we've got multiple missions now. So now we kind of grind.
True enough.
So ask me questions and I'll see if I can sculpt out what's up with my knowledge of the lore. Okay, go next wave is here. Thank you for being stupid, Kick. Ooh.
So, set up camp or keep moving?
Nothing to report, sir.
Weird. Let's see what's this.
What's with the skull?
The skull illuminates certain objects in the distance. I am not familiar with such magic.
Of course, it had to be a skull that lights up creepy shit.
Of course, if it were normal shit, it wouldn't be illuminated. Ebrium? Ebrium sounds like a mineral, not a plant, to be honest. But like I said, ask questions because this is going to be pretty quiet otherwise.
Look at this. The apostates have gone mad with power.
Well, the Templars aren't looking any better here.
We should move on. We can only restore order by securing an alliance.
Well, the base squad can't surpass 4, but I believe you get up to 8 people.
That's what the skull helped you find? Right. Not ominous at all.
Okay. Let's find Dennett, because that will undoubtedly help.
Is even terrain too much to ask for?
Is there a problem?
You might be used to traipsing through the countryside, punching dragons, interrogating people, or whatever it is you did before this. I'm from the city.
City people. useless. Die. Find Master Dennett. What's this? Ah! Templar camp. There we go. Helmets. Put this on, this will give me a bit more protection. I'll give Cassandra a bit more protection. Working Bridges landmark. Got it. Kill these rogue Templars. Okay.
The Templars have secured a position ahead.
Someone help!
Okay. There we go. Fun. Let's pick this up. Basically, everyone attack and poison him. Keep shooting. Poison phase work. Dead.
The refugees should have a safer time on the King's Road now.
We must still deal with the apostates, however.
Let's take a look at that new weapon. I believe it's for Cassandra. The Sweetish Fingers. 79 damage, hell yeah. Plus attack, plus damage, plus thunder? Yeah. Put that on. More. Just one top of the other. Let us keep moving. On to the Horsemaster again. Once again, please ask questions, because otherwise this is going to be very quiet. Come on. I have no idea.
No normal wolf would fight with such determination.
The breach may have driven them mad. Or perhaps a demon took command of the pack.
I know, you'd think a few arrows would just kill him right off. But no. It has to be possessed wolves.
This would be a good place to set up camp.
Station mechanic, apparently.
This must be the horse master.
You think? What was the clue? The horses?
Must be something here. Let's look around.
So you're the... Watch yourself, Inquisition. It's ugly out there.
Okay, I guess I'm just stealing bottles.
Name's Dennett. I served our Lehman for 30 years as horsemaster. I hear your Inquisition is looking for mounts.
That's right.
Can you help us?
Not at the moment. I can't just send 100 of the finest horses in Ferelden down the road like you send a letter. Every bandit between here and Haven would be on them like flies on crap. You'll have mounts once I know they won't end up as a cold winter's breakfast.
Got a problem with me?
If you have a problem with me personally, I'd like to know about it.
What? No, I've got no bad blood with free marchers. Maker, I had kin flee to Kirkle when the last blight tore this land apart. My wife Elena manages the farms and Bron's in charge of my guards. They'll tell you what they need. Until then, you deserve something better than whatever knock-kneed plow-neg they gave you. The chestnut over there is a purebred Ferelden forder. Take care of him, and he'll take care of you, Inquisition.
Okay.
I heard what my man said. If you want our horses, then we need our farmers back safe in their fields. Since the breach appeared, the wolves have gone mad. They come after our men like beasts with the water sickness. You deal with the wolves, and our farmers will be safe again.
Tell me about the wolves.
How are these wolves acting differently from normal?
Normal wolves go after livestock, but come at them with a torch and a blade and they run. These beasts, though, it's like darkspawn during the Blight, or when the dead rose to attack us. They're possessed, or something like it. I've lost too many men to the beasts. I won't endanger more.
Farewell.
Good day to you.
Okay, one thing I should explain is Darkspawn are kind of the equivalent to zombies. Fortunately, they don't normally leave in the ground.
Until they've got any hope of defending themselves. If you put up a few watchtowers, we'd all have more warning before the next attack.
What do you want me to do?
You said you had a way to help the refugees.
I do. There are too many hills in these parts, good places for raiders and bandits to gather. I've marked good spots on the map. You set up watchtowers there, I'll talk to the master and get your people weapons.
Farewell.
Okay. Mount the horse at the stable. That's more like it. Oh god, why is... God, demons are easier to kill than the wolves. Ready? Okay. That's cattle. Ow. Spindleweed. A little scarier than Roach. Insane wolves. I'm sorry, Nug. So he's stuck right there. That's gonna trigger icons if I don't kill him. Okay, I'll finish this up, and we'll start up after your... We'll finish up this wolf mission, and then...
These must be the wolves Elena spoke of.
You have to have, like, every wrench known to mankind to work on a BMW.
That cave could be the lair of our strange wolves.
I believe it is. And there's a demon.
With the demon dead, the farmers should be safe from the wolves.
I expect the wolves are also pleased to be freed from the demon's control.
I would assume so. I'm just gonna search around and then save. Grenade belt. Okay. Save. Well, dragons are actually kind of rare, and we will fight at least one at some point, I guarantee that. But you don't want to do that if you're only a level 2. Seriously, you don't want to. Anyway, I'm going to end it there. If you like the stream, leave a like. If you want to subscribe, I don't care. See ya.